Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Do subscribe, do share these videos as much as you can. Today we are going to look at how to depathologize children who are deemed lazy. Now that might be you deeming them lazy. It may be that you don't say that, but you actually feel it or think, gosh, my child is lazy. For example, they won't do their homework, they won't get up and do, help out in the household chores. They won't just get up in life. They won't get out of bed. They won't get off the screens or get the book out of their face. They're just doing one thing. It could also be that others in your external world are saying your child is being lazy. So let's look at why your child might be lazy so you can see them in a different light. And really, the aim of all my messages in the new way is to get on each other's page, to have heart, to feel with, to go, oh yeah, I understand why you're behaving like that. Now, the term lazy kind of brings up that energy of you're not doing the thing that I think you should be, or someone else deems that you should be. So the first thing is your child happy? If they are happy, let's say lying in bed or doing whatever, we have to then start to look at ourselves to decondition ourselves from why we think they should be showing up in a different way. And then we start to get the buts, but they've got to get out of bed and do life, or but they've got to hand in their homework. And that's the next bigger thing for us to look at as we start to look more deeply at our children's behaviors. We have to actually look more deeply at what are we going to do about this. And the big thing is to realize that our children have taken on a lot since they've been born. There's just so much, conditioning and heaviness and everyone's stresses around them, and not to mention their life experiences where they have clocked emotions that they haven't let out. So this starts to build up until you start to get a bit heavy and a bit done with life. Now, our children are also reflecting us right now as parents to really take a note if you're seeing your child as lazy or not getting up and doing life happily and with a lot of zest. Really start to have heart for yourself to wonder, where is it within me that's actually feeling the same way? And often we can react to our children when they are being lazy / taking a break / not getting up and doing the shoulds of life, because it's actually us that are a little bit jealous. Won't even say little bit, we are jealous. We are jealous of them doing what they please. And what I call, I've got it in my book all written out, is the seed of intelligence. My seed of intelligence is telling me to take a break right now. And that guidance, that inner guidance that I'm being called to be here and not get up and do the homework or not get up and do the chores, we must honor that. That's us getting onto our children's page to actually really understand what's going on. So number one, it can be that we are expecting them to do stuff they're like, it's not my thing, and I don't have the energy for that. It's not exciting me, and I'm not getting up, to do it because I don't have that excitement behind it. Then we must look at, is it something that I'm a bit jealous about, and actually I wish they would, get out of bed because I'd like to have a sleep in, whatever, to start to come back and look at that within ourselves. And then the big one that I talk about in many different ways, and I've also got another video that you can search for children who don't want to be here on earth. This is this spiritual health message that's starting to come through from the depths as to why we're behaving the way we are. I'm not keen on life here. Life is boring. School is understimulating. My family gives me a hard time. I'm choking on all the traumatic stuff that I've been through in my life. And as a parent, as a mother, that can be hard to actually look at the elephant under the rug, to really do an audit of your child's life in their character, to realize how hard it's been. And that's for most children. You can actually look behind what they've been through already to go, yeah, that's a lot. It's actually a lot. And the reason we don't often do that as mothers is because we're not doing the audit on our own selves and having heart for the challenge that we've had in our life. So when you start to get a bit heavy in life, and we will all have seasons of it in our life, particularly if we're getting honest with ourselves and not trying to paint the smile on or just staying busy and, pushing through, our children are starting to go, no, I'm going to be honest about this. I'm not going to push through. I'm not going to paint the smile on because I'm going to run out of energy. Or I'm even going to attract a physical health issue down the end, which is what the older generations have done. They haven't gotten honest with what's going on inside. So when your children won't lift a finger, it's really time to start to go, how are you feeling with your life? My life, how do you feel about that? Now, they may not give you anything, and that's because it's the energetic law I always talk about, off me, back to you, mum. You do the tuning in. So if they say, no, everything's fine, or they don't give you an answer, it's your job to tune in harder, to go, well, your behaviors aren't showing me that life is fine. And not in a coming down on you way, but in that heart way to go, yeah, what's actually going on? And just to simply own it. And I've done that with my children at a certain point to go, you know what, you have had a hard time here. Those emotions and all that stress that you clocked back there, it's still within you. Until you cry those tears out, it's still there, and it starts to creep up as a heaviness of life, which can look like laziness or I just don't have much zest for life. So the next thing what to do, if you've been calling your child lazy, if you've been pointing any energetic fingers at them, they need to do better. They need to get up and get moving in life. They need to be doing these things that they should be doing. It's really to remember you're not going to go far with your child if you don't have heart connection. And the only way to have heart connection is get onto their page so you can both go together in feeling this stuff. Yes, you got to go to school today, but I'm understanding that it's feeling really heavy for you right now in your life. Yes, you do need to walk the dog, but I can see that you're feeling a bit yuck today. And then it could be as people start to talk from their heart and what's truly going on for them, e.g. great skills so that children don't end up suicidal when they go, I've got all this stuff and I've got no one to talk about about it with, is to say, wow, I'm so glad you told me and got honest that you were looking lazy and you wouldn't get up and walk the dog because you're feeling low today, or someone's given you a hard time at school. Okay, well then now I'm feeling like I'll have heart for you. You've had heart for yourself by getting vulnerable and owning that. I'll walk the dog for you. Things pan out well when we all feel and get honest and we all speak, heart and throat always. So this is the aim of these series. I've done a few more other videos and I'm going to keep doing it on depathologizing our children to really start to see the new way is guiding us to get out of the labeling and the pointing the energetic fingers of you need to be something different than you are, to understanding what's going on. And then we can do the inner work, the heart-to-heart parenting. That's where you can get out of these things and you can actually lift, we all get energetically lifted up. It might be you having a big season of life as you start to go, oh yes, actually I'm feeling lazy. I'm angry that I'm doing the chores and I'm doing this and that and all the shoulds in my life. I'm actually feeling the stuff. No more projecting at my child. Let them do their thing. They're following their seed of intelligence. It's saying, nah, take a rest. Don't do that. Don't do that. And not racing off to the doctor or, the professional or whatever to find what's wrong with them. It's more actually, what's wrong with them. It's this tuning in as a mother to go, I know what's going on. Our stresses drive us to behave in certain ways. And heck, we have had some stresses. So there's no guessing that, of course, all of us are going to have those tricky times in life. And there's nothing wrong with your children. It's like generationally, we're all having this big break in life and a bit of a whoa, things are feeling heavy. The point being is if you can put your oxygen mask on first and having heart for yourself and my life, what's going on for you in your life, and then you start talking about that to your child, you're showing them how to get themselves out of that. We source energy from letting our tears up and actually getting honest with the things that have gone, challenging for us rather than trying to push it down and getting on with life. We're not teaching our children any useful skills by doing that. And then that's how you source your own energy, by letting the tears up and the stress. It's simple, but most people have, looked away from that because we've been so conditioned to ignore our emotions, something that wants to come out of our body. So here is my book, The Game of Life. There's plenty more detail in here, especially around going inwards and using your day-to-day scenes to work out the divine nudges that want to say, hey, come back in here, mum, and do, what's going on in your life. And then also being able to see your children's reflections and how that's, guiding you back towards you. And then it rolls on to your children and how you hold that space for them as you've held space for yourself. So please share this video, especially if it resonates. Do share it any way you can, particularly in Facebook groups with friends, etc. You can buy my book. It's at heidihosking.com/shop. I'll put it in the comments as well. And then also stay tuned. I'm going to link in a few other videos that relate to this around children and adults who are tired, lazy, fatigued. There's another video on that. And the children who don't want to be here on earth, the ones that are actually having that spiritual health issue around, this is not actually that fun for me right now. Love to you all. Bye.